Hello to my cancers. This is Queen Amoura coming to you with a bonus video about my schedule. All right, okay. So my calendar is open, but you're going to have to text me if you're trying to schedule a reading. I was trying to find a donation button on my on the schedule, which I haven't been able to find one. So I'm asking if you're trying to schedule a reading, please text me 202-460-3205 instead of scheduling it on the calendar. I may have to find a new scheduling tool. This is a current situation here for you all. Eight of Wands here. Things are happening for you fast. Things are going to happen for you real fast. So stay focused. It's a current situation for you. Things are happening fast. Talking to you whoever Cancer is in your birth chart, right? So if when I say this is a bonus, I'm going to list this as a bonus video. So watch this video and the other video, right? So, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, because the other videos are pre-recorded and it may say my schedule is closed out for the rest of the year, because I do have a lot going on right now, but I was trying to find a button for like a donation button, just trying to keep up with the times. Stuff is going on with Snap, stuff is going on like in the economy, trying to help people with being able to, with whatever people could afford. I know people want to get readings. I love connecting with you all. And so send me a text message. If you're outside of the country, outside of the U.S., the country code is +1. My number will be in the description, okay? It will be in the description. All right, so we're going to get into this reading. Mercury is pre-shadow retrograde. Mercury is pre-shadow retrograde, and that's important because when Mercury is retrograde, people seem to lose it because it is the messenger planet, and you're getting all kinds of messages, right? Many different forms of communication, verbal, non-verbal. Pay attention to your receiving sign. So your messages could be quite emotional, right? So if you're connected to people who are drama filled and whatever, however they receive whatever, karmic couples and all of that, it could really kill a vibe for you, the vibration. It could really just exhaust you, burn you out real fast. So stay focused. Things are happening for you quickly around you. Like money is trying to come in quickly, ideas are trying to come in quickly. And so you don't want to be around impulsive energies that are causing you to get burned out fast, right? So this is a current situation for you all. So that's the news, right? The calendar is open, but you're gonna have to and I try to keep everybody up to date in my readings. I try to. Not everybody listens to the readings. Some people will still put comments under the videos. I try to go to the calendar and try to book a reading. That's fine. I'll just reroute people back to me. Reach out to me. I'll put the number out there again. What's the current challenge here for my Cancers? Yeah, 9 of Coins here. Pentacles could be a challenge for some people because money could be going fast. It could be going out fast, right? But again, a lot of it has to do with who you're linking up with. A lot of it has to do who you're linking up with, right? Familiar spirits. Because Source could be telling you, get away from these familiar spirits fast because they could be messing up your money. They could literally be messing up your money. This could also do with smells. I got to mention that because people could be burning things. In some parts of the world, it's cold outside, so you could be wanting to stay in because you can feel like it's warm, and there's a lot of money to be made out. People could be hiring seasonally. You could be out there working seasonally. It's a lot of things that you could be doing, right? You could be doing a lot of things online, making money online. People are learning, and that's the cool thing about Mercury. People are learning new tools online. People are learning new tools online. So money doesn't have to be a problem, but you're gonna have to stop telling people about. You're gonna have to find a way to not tell people about how you're making money. That's another thing Source wants you all to kind of back away from, because people want to know how Cancers are making money. You have to stop telling people how you specifically are making money. You can make suggestions. Distant past, the magician. Yeah. Because of some energies were causing all kind of confusion. There were couples that were causing confusion with your money, and that's the part that a lot of people was missing, right? So I can't say that any clearer. Please watch this video and the other video, right? Once people realize they're confused, they don't know how. It's like, okay, we don't know how. We don't know how Cancer is making their money. They're in their shell, and they're trying to bully you out. So if they don't see that you're so communicate how people can make money, right? But not necessarily how you're making yours. If that makes any sense, okay? Keep that private. Keep that private. Keep that part private. That's nobody's business. Of course, you're telling, your what in the United States would be the Internal Revenue Service. That'd be different. But whatever your country has, but that's different. Recent past. Here's the King of Coins here. So yeah, you gave somebody a lot of information about your financial situation, and they were telling people. It was who they were linking up with. You told somebody a lot of information. You gave them a lot of information. Whoever you were talking to, that's all they could talk about is money, 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 money. Whoever you were talking to, and they were telling somebody else. They were telling a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, about what was going on financially with you behind closed doors, and it spread like wildfire. That you was flying here, you was traveling there, you were going here and there, and guess what? It just took off like wildfire. Now everybody knows something about your financial situation, how you were making money. Be quiet. Your strength here is this, 2 of Coins. You know how to balance things out, right? You're a person that knows how to balance things out. So if you didn't get anything else in this reading, get that. Get that. 9 and 2 is 11. You have been enlightened. You talk to someone, I'm going to slow down. You have talked to someone whose love language is money. That's all their love language is. You've talked to an opportunist. That's all they care about is money. Your love language could be something totally different. Okay? A lot of Cancers aren't thinking about that. Y'all are just thinking about being in your crab shell, being frugal. That's it. You're like, okay, hey, somebody could have paid $500 for a purse. You could have paid $25 for a purse. Look, the same material, whatever. You could have gotten it from a different country. Didn't pay nowhere near what somebody paid for it, right? You could have paid wholesale for the same thing. They paid 500% on something. A different price tag, same everything, literally, right? But you just found it in a different country, right? They could be bragging. They paid all of this money for it, right? Sources saying, hey, they can brag. They can say they paid whatever for it. That has nothing to do with you. There's nothing to do with you. You can tell people, hey, listen, you can buy that. You can buy something. You can buy something cheaper if you go here. If they want to pay $600,000 for a purse, that's on them. You can buy the same thing here, or you can buy a look-alike. You can tell people how to be frugal. That's going to be on them, right? That's going to be on them. So that is going to be on them. So you are enlightening people about how they can be frugal, and that's it. That's it. That's it. What about the near future? People are taking notes. People are taking notes. What about the influences on you? What about the influences on you, Cancer? Queen of Wands. You have done your shadow work. You have done your shadow work. And people were trying to bring a shadow out of you. Somebody was basically saying you were just all about money. Well, I mean, I could have told people that if they had watched this channel. That's not the case. But, I mean, hey. A lot of it could have been who you were linking up with. Again, we're seeing 8 of Wands here, which is about flying, about quick progression, such and such and such and such. How did you make money so fast? Whatever. Again, a lot of it is a person could be making $30,000 a year. Another person could be making $100,000 a year. It's really how you invest it. what you're spending it on, all of that. Some people are very, very frugal, and some people are not. So there it is. Um, and some people won't believe it until they realize you are very comfortable at home. Some people are like, oh my God, how could you stay in a house like that? I need to be out. I would go crazy if I had to stay in a house like that. And they would go crazy. So let them go out and spend $10,000 a night. External and environmental influences. Yeah. So yeah. So there's a young person. There are young people who are taking notes. There are young people who are taking notes, and they are fighting back. Some people are fighting back. Yeah, some people are fighting back when it comes to being so open about having to pay for so much. Some people are really starting to realize they don't have to pay so much for everything. Some people really, really are fighting back, right? Hopes and fears. Yeah, here's the Eight of Swords here. Yeah, so you're hoping that, your creativity is not drying up, right? You're hoping that your creativity is not drying up. And again, you're just being frugal. There's a there is a yeah, there are couples that are competing with you, whoever you are. You could be in a relationship with somebody right now. I don't know. That's none of my business. I don't care. I mean, really, I don't. But whatever your situation is, I just happen to know Cancers are just very frugal. Period. Y'all not just out here just spending. So, okay, what's the outcome? What is the outcome? What is the outcome? So you're staying focused. You're staying focused. Yeah, somebody just happens to be pocket watching. That's what this is. Somebody just happens to be watching every little thing that you do, wanting to talk to you, because somebody you talked to started talking about how you were going this and there. I feel like to some degree somebody was very proud of you, and I'm keeping this high vibration. I feel like somebody was very, very proud of you, very happy for you. I mean, I feel like this was coming from a very genuine place, though. I don't feel like I feel like something was coming from a very sincere place for you. That somebody was very happy for you, but who they were telling were very jealous. That's what I'm picking up on. That's why when people are sharing their good news with me, I just keep it to myself. Because I already know, some people, they can't handle other people's good news. Somebody saw something as competition. Their eyes start getting fiery red, mad, wanting to put an end to all of this flying around, traveling, you hopping in and out of your car, going this place and that place, and doing X, Y, and Z, and people, I mean, something took off like wildfire. Oh, we got to put an end to this. Why would another person care how anyway. So somebody cared enough to pay attention. So somebody cared enough to pay attention to how you were making your money. So, like I said, continue Cancers being frugal. Continue being frugal. All these energies did, and I feel like somebody did learn their lesson, and just like, wow, they feel bad. Whoever this is, they feel really, really bad, and just even being excited and happy for you, which is a shame, which is really, really a shame. Because whoever this energy is, this is a fire sign, by the way, felt like in ending your money, whoever this energy is, felt like in ending your money was going to somehow increase theirs. And it didn't work. It didn't work. They were trying to bring a temper out in you and trying to bring a temper out in the person that was telling them, like, oh, somebody, okay, this is a conversation. You told somebody about your financial, well, not necessarily about your financial situation, but just basically like, oh, you were traveling here, you were going there. Money just didn't seem like it was a problem for whoever you are, Cancer. You were flying here, flying there. Or maybe flying was not the issue, because Eight of Wands also is about being fast-tracked. Maybe, like, for instance, in the government, you could either get steps or grades, right? So maybe you were getting your grades. Maybe you weren't just going through steps, right? You were getting grades. Like, okay, you went from GS this to GS that to GS this, and now you were getting fast-tracked, right? And every time you turn around, you was like, oh my God, I got promoted. I got my grade. Maybe that's how you were talking. I got my next grade. So you went from GS5, GS7, GS9, GS12, 13, 14, 15. You just boom, boom, boom. You just went up the ladder, just boom, right? So you just skipping steps. You know, a person skipping steps. You skipping steps. You just going up the ladder. But it was because of your hard work. You put your energy into staying focused. Like, you were like, okay, home is home, and you at work when you were at work, right? You just really put your energy into work, right? You could have told somebody who was very close to you, and they could have told somebody that they were in a relationship with this person. Well, they put an addition onto the house. You know, they making move, they're traveling, they're doing something. You could be a very private, well, y'all are very private person. It was who they told that would have wanted to put an end to you and them. So it's who they're connected with. So they went into who you were sleeping with. They went into everything they could possibly do to do a destiny swap. So this is the lesson that you're learning, is you have within you have it to balance it out within yourself, right? It doesn't stop the fact that this is how you're wired, Cancer. You're a very frugal person. So this is how Source is balancing things out for you. You were wired to be frugal. That's just who you are. It doesn't even really matter what your moon sign is. Wherever Cancer is in your birth chart, you were just wired to be that way. Your homebody. So I don't care if you're flying 7 days of the week, for real. You could be literally, you could have a job that's taking you all around. Your job could literally be paying for you to travel. Every time you turn around, you could be hopping on and off a plane, literally. Or your job could be remote, where you don't have to pay for gas and whatever. You don't have to pay for gas. You don't have to pay for, or you could work a job like the government has, where they pay for travel expenses. You get a stipend. You pay for the travel expenses. You try catching a train or whatever, they pay for that. Your travel expenses. If you're going somewhere, you get it reimbursed. They pay for a lot of stuff, right? So you get a lot of stuff back. So the source is trying to help somebody, but somebody wasn't interested in that part. All they just knew is that you were just going, and all they saw was, okay, they're gonna take something from you. They wanted to just ridiculous. So listen, people cut their own nose off to spite their face. They weren't interested in collaborating with you. All they were considered was competing with you. So you know what? They cut their own nose off. Work through your fears. Yeah. So work through your fears. You have a bonus video that's coming up. A Scorpio could be involved. A Scorpio and a fire sign could be involved. So, yeah. Somebody wants to sting you to death. Somebody wants to put an end to you. It's ridiculous. So, like I said, they weren't interested in talking to collaborate. They didn't want to link up to collaborate. So, not your problem. So, passion, right? Continue being passionate about whatever it is that you were called to do. Stay focused on that. Like I said, I do have a bonus video. If you try to log in to get into my calendar, reach out to me, 202-460-3205, for your appointments. But yeah, whoa. So anyway, here we have sacral chakra. The pleasure is all yours, right? The pleasure is all yours. So you are looking at your cards here. You are learning how to spiritually detox. Okay, I can't say it any clearer than that. It's who you're linking up with. You're talking about this and talking about that. You could have the best intentions in the world. Oh, they're flying. Okay, so I had to add a little bit more time here, but yeah, that's the whole message is that when you're talking to people and you realize that's how they communicate, right? You're dealing with somebody who is very sneaky, someone who is very passionate about stinging people, right? And they'll do it to death. They're literally to the end of their lifetime here on earth, and you know that they are obsessed with ending people. When you are around those types of people who are passionate about ending people, ending their financial state, they're passionate about it, and you're linking up with those types of energies, it's all fun and games until they do it to you. It's all fun and games until they do it to you. I wouldn't even want to be friends with anybody who is like that. I don't care if I've been knowing you for 20, 30 years. If I know that that's a pattern for you, that when you hear somebody is doing well and you got an issue with them, and the first thing you want to attack are their finance, you want to see a tower. You want to see, I want to see them out on the street. I want to see, you start putting that kind of energy out into the universe. I'm ending your friendship. I don't care how long I've known you. I'm done with you immediately. You can tell whoever, whatever, and you can think whatever. But at some point, you have to evolve. Somebody that you're connected with in some way, shape, form, or fashion does not want to do the energy work. They want to see people have a tower moment. They show no compassion whatsoever. Anytime they hear somebody doing well in any way, shape, form, or fashion, they want everybody to see them doing well. Whenever they hear somebody else doing well, they get, and in their mind, they see a shooting star. See these shooting stars here? They see a shooting star, somebody going up, 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 up. They hear about somebody financially independent, not dependent on them. They want to end it by causing chaos and confusion. Sources saying you even linking up with those energies make you guilty by association. Even saying, oh, sharing somebody else's good news with those types of spirits, that's guilty by association. That is messing up your money. It's messing up your money, your reputation, your connections with people. It just messes you up altogether. So you're seeing something from a higher frequency. You're seeing something from a higher frequency. Things are starting to balance out for you. Because people are starting to see how, like, whoever these types of couples are here, just like they like playing tag team, like good cop, bad cop. Okay, will you play nice and I'm gonna play evil? I'm gonna get them from this side. I'm gonna get them from that side. And people are reading it like a book. People are seeing how passionate these energies are. So it's saying, get your mind right. Y'all are a very compassionate zodiac sign, and so Source is saying to you, once you hear that somebody has an issue with somebody ascending higher and they're doing well for them, so like, why wouldn't you want somebody to do well? Everybody. So that's what I'm saying for you all. I'm seeing if there's. Let me see if there's anything else in your cards. Let me see. They'll have this card here. This one. The Monology card. Oh, let me see this one here. Yeah, somebody is breaking these chains with these energies. There must be some kind of fear to some degree. Like, okay, if I just stop talking to somebody altogether, what are they going to think? Are they going to, retaliate? That's what ascending higher is for. So they can fall in the same pit that they dug for you. That's what ascending higher means. Yeah, operating in the spirit of love, not hate. Yeah, that's what we're teaching on this channel. Operating in the spirit of love, not hate. Divine Source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself. You got people trying to trap people in stings and all this. That's not the frequency I'm on in this channel. I don't want to be connected to people like that. So that's what I'm seeing for you here. Again, you have a bonus video. Like I said, a lot of young people are taking notes. They're seeing stuff. They're fighting mad. They're realizing that there are people out here that's doing all kinds of stuff to people. They're open, and people are open enemies. And that's seventh house. Seventh house is a justice card, and people are seeing stuff from a higher frequency now. And continue operating in the spirit of love. Continue operating in the spirit of love here. And I'll see you all in the next video.